And perfect. Alright, this should do it.
What's that, Mr. Code?
Oh hey Judge, I just finished beefing up our security with these turrets. Invaders should be wary of us now.
Perfect. So, how exactly does it detect an enemy?
Well, any enemy to any of the crew will be fired upon. It's the perfect plan.
Well, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. You should be punished. So it's gaveling time.
Holy crap!
Why?
You'll be fine. Come on, let's go begin our cross-examination, shall we?
Why?
Spike and Rarity prepare for the Fall and Philly Fair. First off, we can chalk up another annual event that takes place in Ponyville. I think the mayor's just throwing these out there just to impress the voters or something. But shouldn't it technically be the Colt and Philly Fair? Full being redundant? Also, I have no idea what this fair is celebrating. The celebration of children? And I've already delved way too deeply into a minor plot point. Moving on. So we have more Sparity fuel with our Purple Dragon assisting the Fashionista with her Puppet Theater, complementing each other's assistance. Such interaction we haven't seen so extensively since Secrets of My Excess. Rarity presents her creation to the Puppet Master, who immediately verbally castigates it, causing Rarity to run off distraught and depression sinks in. Though her creation was for a minor event, her hysterics are understandable as Rarity is in the creative industry, and is therefore constantly under pressure to create the best possible dresses or products. And when someone encounters such criticism, it can sometimes be a deafening blow to one's confidence in their abilities. I myself also have that wary feeling whenever I create a new analysis video, or any creation for that matter. Creative artists are constantly working from one project to another and never stopping for sleep or meals, which is very relatable for my line of production work. And thus we lead to Spike helping Rarity rekindle her inspiration. Spike travels to Luna's castle and gives Rarity a book with the Inspiration Manifestation spell. First off, why was Luna in Celestia's old castle the first place Spike decided to look out of anywhere else? Perhaps Twilight's library? Second, shouldn't there be guards or someone to watch over the castle since it was refurbished in Castlemania? And why did Spike choose Owlicious to come with him? And why can't Spike see that this is an obvious book of death? The Necronomicon is more welcome than that. And further—
Get on with it!
Right. It was great we got to see more exposure to Aloysius as he plays an integral part of the story, acting as an ethical guide for Spike. I am curious as to why such a book with dark magic would exist inside the castle. Perhaps it may have played a part in Luna's corruption? Maybe Luna used a spell in an attempt to create her beautiful nightscapes to better garner Pony's attention, and in excessive use she was slowly being corrupted, manifesting the Starry Nights in her attempts. Another crazy wild headcanon theory, but perhaps Sombra may have exposed to this book's power as well, or possibly even created the book. Both her and Rarity exhibit the same similar aesthetics of dark magic, like the green color for example, where Rarity would manifest or impose her idealistic perfection upon Ponyville, while Sombra used powers to manifest crystals as platforms or traps, all the while imposing his will over the crystal ponies. I love the corruption progression we see Rarity go through, slowly becoming more obsessed and mad as she alters the town to her image. Her descent into madness also feels very reminiscent of Norma Desmond's fall from the movie Sunset Boulevard. Norma becomes mad after being a forgotten starlet, a casualty of the more technically modern movie era, leading to her being lost in the fantasy of her own movies. Rarity's high-pressure anxiety and her strive for perfection always ended her on the breaking point, but with the spell she no longer has any inhibitions, and treats the world as her blank canvas and mold as she pleases, going from minor alterations to complete renovations of everyone's lives.
What does a bird know about architectural design?
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
Your constant praise and adoration driving me to even greater heights.
Have they forgotten what a star looks like? I'll show them. I'll be up there again, so help me.
Spike is initially naive in her minor alterations to support her, and not want to hurt her feelings, but as Rarity becomes more obsessed with the book and starts affecting the town, Spike does come to his senses and attempts to bring her back to normal. With help from Aloysius, Spike eventually brings Rarity back to normal, telling the truth about her work, breaking the spell, and leads to some very good character development between her and Spike, with a great moral to follow. It is difficult for someone to admit anything negative to a friend, as it could risk years of friendship with that person hating you. But if it helps that person for the better in the long run, bridges can be mended, and friendships will grow stronger. The fact that he manned up for such a venture risked not only his friendship with her, but could have destroyed any possible love relationship, and in the end, a very bold move that brought them closer together. Oh, and lastly, brutally honest Spike is best pony. Overall, I like this episode. Great character development, more into dark magic, and more Spike and Rarity interaction. With other things, I think this is the first time I've ever seen DJ Pony and Octavia have an appearance in the same episode. And lastly, Spike, he really needs work on his Crystal Mega Man cosplay. Well, that's all for today. MC out!